Welcome to Adventure 82. It is Valentine's Day and we are at Northallerton Station. Station with quite a lot of history in it. We're not here to look at the history of Northallerton Station. I will do that probably at a later date. But we'll have a look around the station whilst we're waiting. This is part of a three-part series we're going to be doing as me and Erica go and visit Edinburgh for the first time. So, not been to Scotland before. This should be interesting, although not the best start. I came up, we had a current train, we got here with like 2 minutes before it was supposed to leave. Just to go onto the platform, they shut the doors, and Al-Aniyar, the conductor for Al-Aniyar for the train, was still on the platform. So Erica asked me if they could just open the door to let us on, and she just said, get away from the yellow line, the doors are shut, we're going, kind of attitude. So didn't go well at all, and I find that's quite rude. I've spoken to Al-Aniyar customer services. They said I can apply for a refund if I want, but they don't see how the lady was rude, because apparently you have to shut the door 1 minute before you leave for health and safety, which is fine. But then they're arguing that there's no way to reopen the doors if somebody arrives within that minute, which doesn't make any sense. So you know how that one goes. So anyway, we've rebooked we've had to book another train to get to Edinburgh, which should be here at 10:45. It is currently 10:25. It was meant to be here at 10:35. It's been delayed. It's now going to be 10:54. So it'll be here in about half an hour. But until then, let's have a quick look around Northallerton Station. Right, so you can see over here there's an abandoned platform. Now Northallerton is much smaller than it used to be. The current day station, which I'm on now, this is platform 2, is what used to be the upper level part of the station. There used to be a lower level, which has now since been demolished, which would have been back in the day where the Wensleydale line met. Oh, hang on, train. Northallerton Station back in the day had an upper level, which is what the current day station is. It used to have a lower level, which has since been demolished. The lower level, which is now demolished, used to be where the Wensleydale line, amongst others, would join the station and follow its way through. Now there's nothing left of the lower level at all. But you've got, except for the abandoned platform, and there used to be a section here for a freight line, this abandoned bridge section here, which is now always sealed off. This used to go off and then join the main line slightly further up there. But we'll go into the history of Northallerton at a different time. But for now, I'm gonna go have a cup of tea and some breakfast, because I've not had anything yet. It's reasonably cold today. I think it's about 2 degrees here in Northallerton. But I will see you otherwise when the train arrives. So, updates. The 10:54 is delayed. We don't know what time it's due to arrive. They haven't set a time for when it's due to arrive yet. So that was meant to get us into Edinburgh for 1:10 this afternoon. I don't know when that's going to get us in now. Apparently it's due to someone being hit on the track down near Stevenage. So it's stuck somewhere between Peterborough and London King's Cross. So not an awful lot to do in Northallerton Station. this could be a long wait. Right, so I had breakfast for the first time ever from here in Northallerton from Subway. It's the only thing remotely near here that sells any kind of food or drink. There's normally a cafe downstairs, but it's not open. There's no opening times or anything, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But right now we're just kind of waiting for this 10:54 to turn up whenever it is. Eric is looking as cold as always when she's in the cold.
It is cold, it's very cold.
We are sorry that the 10:54 service to Edinburgh is delayed. This is due to a person being hit by a train. Please listen for further announcements. This train is currently between London King's Cross and Peterborough.
See, that's what I was telling you before. So once there's any updates, I'll get back to you guys. Right, so update on the situation. We're still at Northallerton. The second train that we had to book to go to Edinburgh is now also being cancelled. So we've had a train we weren't allowed, they wouldn't let us on. We've now had a train that's been cancelled because it was so delayed. And now the train we're supposed to get, which is the train to Newcastle, and then find, apparently according to gentlemen that I've spoken to in the ticket office, whatever train from Newcastle to Edinburgh, just pick whatever you want apparently, to Edinburgh. So we're here now at the moment waiting for this train to Newcastle, which is also delayed. It's currently stuck in York.
The train now approaching platform 2. It does not stop here.
So,
please stand well clear of the edge of platform 2.
So, because the train that's going to Newcastle is also delayed because there's a train that's in between here and York that's got some sort of fault. So every train that's going between Northallerton and York is now also delayed. So
the train now approaching platform 2. It does not stop here. Please stand well clear of the edge of platform 2.
So I'll catch up with you guys in Newcastle. Right, so we've made it to Newcastle. We're now in a little cafe in the station. It's currently about 20 past 12 in the afternoon. We've now got to wait till 1 for the train to Edinburgh, and then we should arrive into Edinburgh about somewhere apparently between 2:30 and 3, providing this train, which is already delayed, that's meant to be leaving at 1, leaves at 1. All this confusion has been caused by two things. One, between London and Stevenage, where someone's been hit by a train on the railway, so I hope they're okay. But the other thing that's caused the problems is there was a faulty train in between York and Northallerton Station, which delayed things further. So there's been a lot of delays and cancellations. So in answer to the question on the thumbnail, Northallerton to Edinburgh, how much can go wrong? Plenty.
Although, things we don't know about Newcastle. Look.
Yeah, some interesting stuff about Newcastle. Look, he's just pointing out in this cafe, look. That.
There's a museum for the dinosaur.
One interesting thing I've noticed, because this is my first time in Newcastle train station. Newcastle train station, for some reason I don't understand entirely, all the Burger Kings and things are behind the ticket scanners you scan to get in and out the station. I'm not 100% certain whether I'd be able to scan back in, being I'm on a delayed train, so technically my ticket's passed, and not knowing whether I can come back in. You can't access them, so there's very little to access in way of drink and stuff when you're stuck in kind of the platform area. That said, this little cafe is very nice, and the young ladies at the till were very, very sweet. Eric is pleased with their fruitcake, which is there.
Excellent.
I apparently have got a cookie, so we'll sort that out in a minute. That said, the main thing for Erica isn't the delay with this whole thing. It was the rude lady from LNER on the first train we were supposed to be on that refused to let us on. And, well, as always, the cold, wasn't it?
So cold. My legs hurt. They're so cold.
So we're going to have this and try and warm up a bit, because they didn't even have the heating on in the train either. But yeah, I'll catch up with you once this train arrives to get us to Edinburgh. And it turns out the first of this series of videos has become a saga all of its own. So I'll see you on the train to Edinburgh. Right, so we've made it onto the train from Newcastle, so we're now finally on our way to Edinburgh, where we should have been about, let me have a look, about 2 hours ago. But we're on our way now at least, so that's cool. So once we get to Edinburgh station, we then need to get a ScotRail train from Edinburgh Waverley to Edinburgh Park. And then, just because Erica likes trams, we want to get a tram from there to where we're staying, which is an Ibis budget hotel. I've not been to one of those before, so that should be quite interesting.
And welcome on board this LNER Azuma to Edinburgh Waverley.
There we go. So yeah, I'll
we will call at
there you go, look.
Morpeth, Alnmouth and Edinburgh Waverley.
There you go. So with that said, I'll see you guys in Edinburgh.
The next station.
Right, so as you probably saw from the last clip, we just got off a ScotRail train, went out the tram station. We're going to get an Edinburgh tram from Edinburgh Park, where we got the ScotRail train to Gale Centre, and then it's just a case of a little walk up to the hotel. So almost there. Right, so we finally made it. Woohoo! We're in it's Gale Centre, not Gale Centre. I apologise to anybody who's Scottish and I pronounced it wrong. So we've now got to get across the main road here, which is like a dual carriageway. We must have arrived from the circuses in town, because take a look at this. Massive red big top over there.
It's called the Big Kids Circus.
Big Kids Circus, is that why you...
I'm going to have a look up about that.
As excited as you look, you must be the big kid. Right, we'll go find this hotel, shall we?
Yes, at last.
Right, so safe to say it's been one hell of a flipping day. Quite the saga. It's been fun though. Hopefully the traffic's not ruining the sound too much. Quite a busy road this. So our hotel is that one over there, Ibis Budget Hotel. But like I said, first we've got to get across this road. Looks like there's a crossing over the way here, so I'll do that. What I would say is that Newcastle station definitely has one of the most impressive approaches I've seen yet of a station. That's not saying much, so I've not had a chance to visit a lot of the stations yet. But the approach with the iconic bridges is quite something to behold. It was quite nice. It was really quite cool seeing the Angel of the North on the way up. Erica was very pleased because she saw a massive viaduct. It's been despite the fact that like not everything's gone according to plan, it's been quite a nice day. The only thing I would say is I'm very disappointed with LNER. I've not had any problems with them the times I've used them before. I know it's not their fault when there's an accident on the track, but the accident on the track wouldn't have affected us had the lady or the conductor for the train that we were meant to get not been so rude to Erica, because we wouldn't have been part of that mess. But as it is, it's taken us 6 hours to get here, but we're here. So that's the upside to it. So let's get across this road and then we'll take another look at this hotel, because this is another thing that's new to me, because historically we've only ever used Premier Inn, so we've not used an Ibis hotel before. So this should be quite interesting. See you in a minute. Right, so we finally made it around to the hotel. Let's get checked in. I may give you room, so I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But for now, yeah, I'm going to get checked in. I will be back with you because I'm going to explain a bit more about what's going on within these videos. So I'll see you once we're up in our room. Right, so we're all checked in. I'll be honest, you guys probably saw this coming. I've not been to an Ibis budget hotel before, but now I realise it's something a bit like a Premier Inn hub, which I know what that is. That said, this is much further out of the way of the town centre, and a premier hub in Edinburgh, if that's what I wanted, which isn't what I thought this was, is actually cheaper and closer to the actual main city centre of Edinburgh. So, because this cost me 188 quid.
Ouch.
And I can, it was just over 150 to stay in the Premier Inn hub in Edinburgh at the time of me recording this. So the room is literally all one thing. So you have a double bed there. It's not a bad room, don't get me wrong. And you got a bunk bed up there, which isn't made obviously because we don't need it. They only make it if you need that. You've got a sink over there and a little shelf. The shower is actually built into the main room. Here with the glass door. See? Like that, which is why the first half of the room has got like bathroom flooring on it. What are you doing? Erica's stolen my camera. She's doing it. Why are you doing close-up shots of the shower?
It's very clean.
Okay, yes, it is clean. I'll give them that. You've got toilet there, which actually is quite nice in fairness. I'll give them credit for that. Pretty, not so brilliant loo rolls. That really kind of cheap stuff. But then I know exactly what an Ibis budget hotel is. Not surprising.
There's no kettle.
Erica's walking saying she has no way of making coffee. Just keep going downstairs to get coffee.
It is free. Free coffee.
Problem. Biggest thing annoying me right now is none of the things I've already mentioned. It's my autism and my OCD and how things are supposed to be done properly. And the TV has some sockets underneath where you can attach your own stuff. But for some reason they've put it on upside down. Why would you do that? You've got a funny little switch here that turns the TV on and off as well, which is really random. And then you've got some coat hangers there and a couple of shelves. So, I mean, for 2 days in Edinburgh, which is how long we're here for, it's fine, to be honest. Just because tomorrow we're going to go out and we're going to be looking around Edinburgh and stuff. Tomorrow evening will be at the theatre because I'm taking Erica to the theatre for Valentine's Day. And then Sunday is still to be determined. I'm letting Erica choose what we do on Sunday. So what the 3rd/4th video is, however many this ends up being, I reckon it'll be 3 or 4, is still in development because Erica can't be decisive, essentially. But what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do now anyway, is get something to eat and drink because we've kind of forgotten to get lunch because it became a bit awkward with the trains. And I'll catch up with you in part 2, which will be tomorrow morning when we start exploring Edinburgh. But as far as, like I say, the caption, North Allerton to Edinburgh, how difficult can it be? Apparently, very. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and I'll see you next Sunday. No, but wait, no, Stephen, we're not done. Right, so as you can see, I'm a messed up hair. And the background, I'm not in Edinburgh anymore. We're back home in North Yorkshire. So, first things first, Alan ER. I did apply for a refund for the first ticket, which the lady refused to let us on the train, and I applied for a refund on the second ticket because of all the delays. I've had a response back from Al-Aniyar, and they've refused a refund on both, saying that the ticket isn't eligible for refund, whatever the hell that means. I don't think it's a good reflection on the train companies. I think that they seem to be happy to hide behind all this ticket. It's not eligible for refund or blah, 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 health and safety. There is a health and safety element to it, but it's knowing when to apply common sense. And the train companies don't want to apply the common sense, it would seem, or at least the ones that I've had issues with. What they want to do is they want to do what allows them to keep the money and not give you any money back, and then still expect you to pay them, 113 quid or whatever it might be to go from Northallerton to Edinburgh, London, whatever it might be. And that to me seems wrong. The journey itself wasn't that bad when I was on the train, but the fact it took like 6 hours more than it should have done means that turning around and saying, no, you're not eligible for a refund because your ticket's not eligible for that, that's not on. That's out of order. Will I phone up customer service and argue? I don't know. Probably not, to be honest. It seems to be a losing battle. I've had similar issues with TransPennine over delay repay and stuff. I think the only time I've ever actually applied for a refund from a train company, which was Northern, gave me money back for a delay repay once when we first visited UK, and we were staying in Harrogate, I think. But apart from that, they're the only, to be fair, this is the first one I've had with Al-Aniyar. Northern by far have been the most reliable train company I've come across. TransPennine by far the most unreliable. But that's how that seems to work. So that's that. You may have also noticed I looked a bit kind of dejected with the room when I was showing you around. That's not the case. What it was, and what you're seeing here, is my autism in action. Okay, so it doesn't normally appear on camera. What this is when what I visualize in my head and what I get aren't the same, it throws me off, and it takes me a while to adjust. So that's why I look a bit meh or unimpressed with what's going on. That's not actually it. It's me trying to make sense of the situation of why the two didn't match. And the honest answer to that is, I didn't look into IBIS budget enough. As you'll see when you watch the second video, I talk about the IBIS budget hotel, and actually I came away thinking that if you're using them for what they're intended, they're ideal. There's nothing with them at all. Anyway, so I just wanted to put that straight. I wanted to let you know about Al-Aniyar, which I've done. I will see you in the next video of Edinburgh, of which I can confirm now there are in fact 3. So part 2 will be out next week. I hope you enjoy that one. I hope you have a nice rest of your week. I thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, go through and have a look at my other videos. I'm sure there'll be something there you're interested in. If you do like the video, comment and subscribe, because that's what YouTube like people to do. For those of you who've supported the channel and have sent money to buy me a coffee, it means the world to me to know that there's people that support me that amount through YouTube, especially now as I'm trying to evolve it up to the 4,000 watch hour, 1,000 subscriber mark. Once we get there, I will have to do something special, like a live stream or something special to celebrate that. That's what I'm hoping to reach by the end of this year. So if you guys want to help me with that, that'd be awesome too. But otherwise, like I say, I'll see you next week. You take care of yourselves. and have a lovely, lovely week. Bye for now.